Hello, this is Albi all the way from Fort Worth, Texas, coming to you live. Today, I want to talk about this particular topic that many people ask about, whenever I talk to them. You see, I always tell people to be open-minded and, because you never know when you're going to miss that particular opportunity that comes in front of you and you're just gonna let it pass by, which could have changed your life down the road, right? And they always tell me that this, Albi, how can I filter the right business opportunity that comes to me? Because there are lots of things that we bump into, right? And we cannot, take everything, right? So today's Facebook Live and YouTube Live is gonna be about this particular one topic, which is gonna be how to filter the right business opportunity that comes in front of you, right? Because you cannot be skeptical and skip things or doubt all the things out there which comes in front of you and miss that opportunity. Because look, 10 years ago, if I became skeptical and let the opportunity pass by, I wouldn't be where I am today when it comes to business and uh, the way I've been able to experience everything in the business, right? So that's very important to understand. So before I get started and share some of the things that you can do to filter business opportunity that comes to you, let me check my audio and video and let me share this live in my personal profile also, and I will come back to you. Okay, but while I'm doing that, if you're watching me in Facebook, give me a shout out, or smash that like button, or you know leave a comment where you are watching from. If you are watching me in YouTube, let me know in the comment box, right? So that I know you are watching me in YouTube also. So let me quickly check my audio and video just to make sure, and let me share it in my profile. Looks like everything is good. Okay, great. Looks like everything is going well. So let's get started, and to get started, let me share my screen. Okay, awesome. All right, so here is the screen that I want to share. Okay, all right, can you see my screen? I think you can see my screen right now, right? Okay, so today's topic is how to filter the right business opportunity, right? Because in today's world, there are lots of opportunities out there. There are lots of people online in social media, offering various kind of business opportunities. As a person who always wanted to get into a business, or even if you have, I already told you, right? If you tried some kind of business and failed, but deep down that you need to do some kind of business, even though you did not have a good experience in the past, because with 9 to 5 job, you might not able to reach the place, or you might not able to achieve your dream, right? And you're always wondering to get into a business that could be really, really awesome for you, which can change your life and change many others people's life through you down the road. But you don't know how to filter those kind of business opportunity, right? So today's Facebook Live and YouTube Live is gonna be about that. So this session is gonna be how to filter business opportunity that comes in front of you, right? So let me go through this really quick. Okay, number one thing to filter the business opportunity is you need to understand, or you need to research. Whenever you are offered with any business, you need to understand and you need to research a little bit about that company, or that business, right? How long that business have been in existence in the marketplace, right? And you see, I don't recommend people to get into any business depending upon the duration, but one way to find out a very stable business, or very one way to get into a very stable and very firm business is also by looking into how long they have been in the marketplace, right? This particular factor. But again, I don't recommend people to get into any kind of business opportunity based on how long that business have been in the marketplace. Look, there are always new revolutionary ideas and business popping up here and there everywhere, right? And most of them fails, but some of them really make it really big. So if I would say that, hey, don't get into that kind of business or company which is fairly new, I would be wrong. So I'm not gonna recommend you to get into any kind of business opportunity based on how long that business have been in the marketplace. But what I'm gonna tell you is, based on the duration of that business existence in the marketplace, you can pretty much guess, even if you are a dumb person, you can guess that if they have been in a marketplace for 15 years or 20 years, you can easily tell that that business has a good reputation, that business is a good business. Because if any business is not good enough, they're not going to last even a couple of years, right? So that's one of the way to know, filter company. But again, I'm not recommending you to filter a company absolutely on the basis of their duration of existence in the marketplace. Okay, but that's one way you can easily find out whether the business opportunity that is in front of you is going to be secure, it's something worth to get into, right? Another thing is this is number two, right? Another thing is about ownership and leadership, right? Who owns that business, or who are the leaders who are leading that company, or that business model, right? Or that particular business. It's very important you need to understand that. You see, there are lots of great entrepreneurs out there, right? Whose track records are really awesome. They built multiple businesses into multi-billion dollar companies and stuff like that. They have a good moral, ethical, and pretty much they have a good image out there. They live up with the value. Those kind of leadership are always great to follow, right? And whenever you talk about any kind of business opportunity that is in front of you, you need to look at who is behind that business, what kind of leadership is behind that business. Is it worth it to be part of that organization? Can are you inspired with those leadership which is there in that business? Can they inspire you and other people, right? Those are the things that you need to understand. You see, there are lots of great opportunities out there, but some people, they always come up with good ideas and good business, and all of a sudden, after certain periods of time, they vanish from the marketplace. They sell it, and it goes to another leadership, and the company either goes up or it goes down. Many times that kind of things happens, right? So whenever you get into any kind of business opportunity, you need to understand the leadership behind it. What kind of leadership it has, right? Who owns that company or that business models? Can you rely on that kind of leadership? Is that leadership has a proven track records in the past, or how long have they been in the marketplace and stuff like that, right? This will give you a good sense whether you want to jump into any kind of business opportunity that that you are offered with, right? So that's number two. Number three is very important: product or services. What kind of product or services that you are going to offer through that particular business? This is very important because, look, in business, you need to sell, right? You need to provide some kind of solution in the marketplace, or you need to come up with an idea that can inspire people. I told this in previous live, right? So whenever you are presented with any kind of business opportunity, you need to think about what kind of product or services that you are going to offer in the marketplace. Does it have any kind of high demand in the marketplace? Is there a high need in the marketplace? Look, you could have a cool thing, you could have a cool product or services, but if it does not have need in the marketplace, right? If it does not have high demand in the marketplace, you might not be able to have any kind of success in that business. Except if the concept, if the business idea is pretty new, and if it could inspire thousands and thousands of people, millions and millions of people out there, that's a different story. But if you're talking about any particular product or services that are familiar, and you're trying to get into that business to distribute that product and services, it's very important you need to understand the demand. You need to understand how high is the need in the marketplace, right? So that's one thing. And that leads to another thing when it comes to product and services. How competitive the product and services that you're going to offer through that business is in the marketplace, right? Is it affordable? I mean, you need to think about everything, because whenever you think of business, there comes product and services. And whenever you think of product and services, there comes competition, right? There might be many other companies who are offering the same thing. Why you are going to be different? Is your price competitive, right? Is something that you're offering is competitive in the marketplace? Otherwise, you will find it very difficult to do anything in that business, right? And that leads to another point, which is there enough profit margin? Whenever you make that sales, whenever you provide that solution in the marketplace, do you have enough profit margin? How much effort you are going to put to make one sale, or how much effort you're going to put to distribute the product and services in that particular business, and how much you're going to make profit, right? What is your profit margin? Is it really really worth it to be the distributor of that particular product or services? That's another important thing. Otherwise, you will feel always, you will feel like you're working hard always, but you're not getting paid the way you're supposed to. It will be like another job, because job is pretty much, most of the time we feel job that way. We work so hard in our job, and we can barely get any pat in our back, and our paycheck is pretty much same year after year. Even if there is increment, it's so little, it's not even keeping up with the inflation, right? So it's going to be tough. So you need to understand what is the profit margin in there. And that leads to another point, which is the last one, right? Are you passionate about the product and services that you're offering? And here I want to mention a couple of things, right? You see, you don't have to be really really passionate about product and services that you are gonna distribute from the beginning, right? But in some point, if you are a long run horse, right, in the business, in some point you need to find you need to find a cause, or you need to find a very different kind of attachment with whatever you gonna do in that business, so that you're gonna keep doing it. Let me rephrase it to make it a little bit clear. Right now I'm in a financial services industry, right? Let me give my example. When I started, I thought financial concepts, financial education is really really important out there for people, especially middle class and poor people, because they're in middle class, and they're poor because of not knowing about enough about finances, and not doing right things when it comes to finance. That was my understanding, right? And that is my understanding still. So I started that way. Now, after almost like 10 years of working in financial services industry and in business, what I realize is, whatever I'm doing right now, even if nobody pays me, right? Even if nobody pays me, I'm willing to do it for other people. That's how passionate I am about the product and services that we distribute in financial services industry. The concept, the education that we provide to people out there when it comes to personal finance, right? So you don't have to be really really passionate about product and services with the company that you're starting out, or you're trying to get into in the beginning. But in some point, to go in a long run and to build business in long run, uh, your product or services that you're gonna distribute through that particular business has to be something uh, you know where you can build up that passion around it, and make sure you feel that whatever you're doing is making a big difference out there, right? It might seem small right now, but it is making big difference. You need to be able to feel that way. then only you will be able to endure all the I can elaborate this and go on and on, but I don't want to prolong this live, so I want to keep it there. So that's number third, important factor that you need to consider when you are filtering which business opportunity is right for you, right? Now let's go to the fourth one, right? I mean, I'm not telling prospecting is bad. It's still one of the effective way to do business. But you see, prospecting only is pretty much an old way of doing business, right? In today's world. So, when it comes to business, you need to understand first that what kind of marketing help that you're gonna get when you get into any kind of business. Do they offer marketing tools like funnels, videos, and on-demand trainings, and all other jillions of things that will make your business really, really, simple, duplicatable, right? You need to think about that. You see, nowadays, with the advent of social media, internet, and all these technologies, you know uh, there are lots of power in marketing than ever before. And you need to know what are the arsenal, like, marketing arsenal that you're going to be provided with whenever you decide to work with any company or business, right? So that's another important part. And last but not the least is training and support. You see, in any business, again, I want to repeat this, right? There is no any business which works in a click of a button. Believe me, there are lots of people who have that shiny object syndrome, and they're looking for a quick way to make money, whether it is online or offline. If you are that kind of person, believe me, listen to me, right? There is no any get rich quick scheme out there. There is no any business out there which works in a click of a button. you know any kind of business requires effort, time, your persistency, consistency, perseverance, and all those kind of things, right? And you need to develop some kind of skills to be really, really good in that particular business. And it takes time, it takes lots of practice, right? It takes lots of failures, in fact, right? So when it comes to getting into any kind of business, or when it comes to deciding which business to pick, you need to understand the business that you are entering into has enough training and support available to you, especially when you are new, right? Even you know you, training and support is needed even when you are in that business for a while. Yeah, right, because things are changing and there need to be resources, enough resources for you. Of course, being resourceful is always better, but having resource is also always good, right? And you need to have enough resources when it comes to training and support. What kind of training programs that you have in that business, what kind of support that you're going to get in the business, whether it is in the field, whether it is in the home office, or whatever you think of, right? So these are the things that you need to go through really quick to make that decision whether the opportunity that you are presented with is something that you can jump into and grab it and change your life forever with that opportunity, along with changing other people's life. Because whenever you become the part of any business or opportunity out there, believe me, if that is a right kind of business, if that is a right kind of opportunity, you're not going to change your life, you're going to change many other people's life. Entrepreneurs are one, who make a huge change in this world, who makes this world a better place to live. entrepreneurs are those people who does that, right? So whenever you're thinking about doing any kind of business or getting into any kind of business opportunity, you're not selfish. You're not trying to get into that business opportunity just for yourself. Believe me, in the beginning it might feel like you wanted to join any kind of business just to make money, but as you go along, you will find your purpose if you don't have one right now, right? And you will find yourself that, oh, this business is not just about making money and bringing that food in the table for just your family. It's about making changes out there in people's life. So that's how you can really quick find out and filter whether the business opportunity presented to you is right one for you or not, whether you want to take it or not, right? There are lots of people out there. Again, I want to stress this. There are lots of people out there. People call them like analysis paralysis, right? They are highly educated. They think that they are very informative. They knows everything in the world, and whenever they are presented with some kind of opportunity, first thing that they do is show that skepticism, right? They're so skeptic, right? Which pretty much reflects ignorance, right? Instead of whatever the education degree they have, it pretty much reflects the ignorance that they have been growing in themselves, right? So don't be that kind of person, right? I'm not telling you to accept all the things that comes in front of you, but what I'm telling is be open-minded. Try to see and filter things that comes in front of you, because again, you never know. You never know what comes in front of you, and if you just let that opportunity pass by, you know which could have changed your life down the road, you never get that time back. You can get other opportunities in future, which might be better, which might be bigger, but the amount of time that gonna lost in that time period is never gonna come back to you. So that's my 2 cents in terms of how you can filter business opportunities that comes to you, right? Hope that will help you. If you like this content, please don't forget to share it with other friends and families. There are lots of people out there who are always in confusion, with lots of information out there easily available to anyone else. There are lots of confusions too. So if this could help any other people, please don't forget to share it. With that, I'm gonna come in my next live. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, and you know, stay always open-minded. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I built a small tool for all network marketers. So if you are in network marketing profession, I just wanted to show you this tool that I built specifically for all my network, marketers friend. It's called Digital Tools for Network Marketers. So I try to bring up some tools for all network marketers who want to automate their business online, who want to leverage internet and technology. So it's free, okay? There is no any selling, and you don't have to pay anything for this. Just go to mlm.salesdrivepro.com and sign up for this free digital tools for network marketers group, where you're going to get lots of free digital tools to grow your network marketing business. So if you are network marketers, please go there and grab all the tools that I have there, and I'm releasing pretty much new things every month. So stay there and grow your business like never before by using and leveraging internet and technology. All right, with that, this is L.B.Subba from Fort Worth, Texas. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.